met off of a site called Plenty of Fish. Basically, my friend Josh, he likes to be called Black Awesomeness. He actually introduced me to it because I saw that he was trying to get his love on himself. And so I was like, let me go ahead and take a look, see of, what he's got going on. And I went searching and fishing for probably about a couple of weeks, maybe about a month or so. And there she was. We traded messages back and forth, probably several messages. And then it suddenly stopped after I asked her, could she send more photos?
Because ladies, we all know, a guy asking for more photos is just a no-no. You just don't ask for more photos.
True, but fellas, we also know too that when you got those four photos that are extremely close, you don't know what else is going on. She stopped talking to me for about a month. So I just went fishing. I went fishing again. I'm like, okay, well, moving
Gotta come correct.
on to the next one. So after a while, I spent so many lonely nights by myself. I was just like, well, let me go ahead and hit her up again, because we seemed to have, I had a somewhat of a connection. And I asked her, was there something that I did wrong? She hit me back, and she tried to play it off like everything was cool. In the back of my mind, I knew that there was something wrong right there, but
I appreciated his persistence. I appreciated that he did not just say, okay, she stopped talking to me, I'm not going to talk to her. He was like, no, let me go back and see how I can, make this work. So that's why I even responded. I'm like, okay, I kind of, gave him the cold shoulder, and he came back around. So I thought that showed diligence and determination, and I said, okay, let's give it another try. Our first phone conversation was probably like an hour or longer. Like, we just had a good time. And I remember towards the end of the conversation, we were both like, wow, we've been on the phone for over an hour. Like, it just felt, natural. It didn't, there were no lulls in the conversation. Like, it just kept rolling and rolling. And I was just like, wow, this is nice. This is different.
I wanted to just show her 100% J-Bev from the beginning, so she didn't have any, I guess, wonder of who I really was. We actually went to Santa Monica to the movie theater. It's one of those things where, fellas, you know about this, like when you're sitting down with your date, and it's that timing thing. You wondering when you got to put your arm around her. I was just like, skip that. On this time, as soon as we sat down, I put my arm around her just to let her know that I was marking my territory. And
I appreciated that though. Like, it was no in between. It was no, does he like me? Are we just friends? It was just like, I'm trying to see what's up. So, but it wasn't like creepy or gross. It was just nice,
I actually wanted to kiss her in the movie theater, but I knew that may have scared her off. So I was just plotting in my head of when I was really gonna do it. And sure enough, at the end of the date,
much to my surprise, I was not.
You say she's surprised, but I swear she smooched back too. So I wasn't the only one with the lip muscles.
With the lip muscles. No, I wasn't ready for it. He walked me to my car. He opened the door, and we were standing there talking. I went in for the hug. He went and searched out the lips and kissed, and I was just like, wow.
And she grabbed my butt too, but
Now come on.
Can you blame her? And the rest is history. We kind of took that momentum and never looked back. We talked every day from that point on, and it's been a smooth ride. I mean, we look back at it now, and we've almost been together for about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
smooth
sailing. The only altercation we really got into.
Don't say altercation. I'm just saying.
The only conflict that we ever really had was she had an issue with my socks. She said that my socks was a little bit dirty. So I found a solution. I was just like, okay, well, if you think that my white socks are dirty, what you gonna think when I had these black socks on and you can't see no stains?
He literally went out and bought like a 6-pack of black socks.
You can hide all the dirt in there you want to.
Yeah, it was pretty bad because I didn't know, so I just assumed all the socks were dirty.
Another thing that she said that I did, which I just can't believe that I would be this guy that would do. She claims that I, Jason J. Beverly, wore New Balances on our first date.
The black kind, like the orthopedic New Balances too. Ladies, you know how it is. You meet a guy, you give him the once over. You know, you go up and down in the way ladies do, and you know, my radar went off on the New Balances because they were the orthopedic black New Balances. But you know.
But what she didn't realize was I had a problem, you know, with my legs. So
and he was late getting to the date, okay?
now,
It was late.
Anybody that know me know that I ain't never been late to nothing, so that's a lie.
He was late, okay? I watched him walk up, mobbing through the crowd, trying to get there. It was sweating with his long sleeve, button-down black shirt, jeans, and black orthopedic New Balances on. And I just said,
I'm my mom's child. We ain't never been late to nothing. What happened was, I thought that she was supposed to be somewhere else. I thought she was supposed to be meeting me somewhere, but then I forgot that I was supposed to meet her over at the theater. That's all that was. I was on time. And then she thought I was just like mobbing through the crowd or whatever. I mean, yeah, it may look like I'm, you know, trucking through the crowd, but everybody else is 3 feet tall. So, of course it's gonna look like I'm walking extra fast.
He took out some children as he walked through. But
they was being bad anyway. I knew that Denise was the one when her and I, when she was going to school at UCLA trying to get her doctorate, and I was just like, wait a minute, if I play my cards right, I could actually have a doctor in the family. I could bring back one to the family and they would be really proud of me that we finally got a doctor.
That is horrible. I knew that Jason was the one. I think us just being together and spending time together and having so many things in common. His love of family is really big. He's, you know, close to his mother, and you know, they always say that the way a man treats his mother is the way he'll treat you. And if he treats his mother with love and respect, he'll do the same for you. And so I saw that early on. They have a great relationship, get along really well. And he was just really supportive of me throughout school. You know, there were some rough times going through school and trying to finish up the program, and he was there with me every step of the way. And you know, if there were weekends I couldn't hang out, or you know, just things that go on with papers or exams, you know, he was always there to encourage me. And when I finished school, he was like my biggest fan. He was there at all the events and taking pictures, and you know, he was genuinely happy and proud of me, and that meant a lot. The day that Jason proposed was July 4th of 2012. We came together to bless the food, and my dad was kind of, you know, saying to everyone how happy he was to see everyone, and you know, then he said Jason was going to bless the food, and so that kind of caught me off guard. I was just kind of giving him the eye, like, don't you mess up. And so, you know, we all bowed our heads, and he started, you know, with the grace, you know, bless the food and bless the hands that prepared the food. And about halfway through the prayer, his voice started to get a little shaky.
Yes, my voice did kind of buckle a little bit. But for those of y'all who have not done it, when them emotional chemicals start mixing up within you, and you about to be like, this is about to be something that's going to be really important, and you know, what if she says no?
And so I'm like, what's going on? And so, you know, a few seconds later, he kind of took a pause and kind of took a deep breath and said, you know, and Lord, you know, bless me. And it was a pause, and you know, so I kind of looked out, you know, the corner of my eye, like, you know, what's he talking about? And it, you know, blessed me as I asked Denise to marry me. And so, you know, everybody's head was down, and it took a minute to like process it. And I was like, wait, hold up. You know, I kind of like opened up one eye, like looked around and was like, wait, huh? And so when I opened up my eye, he's across from me, he's on one knee, he has the ring out, and I was just like in shock. And my family was going crazy. Everybody was yelling and screaming, and like, it was just surreal. And so I was totally shocked, and after probably about 30 seconds of oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, and him there on his knee like, hello, I said yes. And so that's how it happened. Completely caught me off guard.
The thing that I love most about Denise is how caring and understanding she is. Possibly one of the most caring people that I've ever met in my life. And I like that, and I like her silly personality. I just, you know, every time, just her voice, every time I'm talking to her, it just makes me feel good about myself. Like, you know, I could be having a bad day, and then as soon as I talk to her, you know, I feel better.
And what I love the most about Jason is how caring he is, and how protective he is of me, and how he really just looks out for me all the time, and he's always there to kind of give me that extra support and encouragement. And this man loves me. I mean, he would, you know, do just about anything for me out of love. And, you know, that's hard, that's rare to find. Someone who really cares about you deeply. I mean, he even tells me my feet are beautiful. Now you know that's love, y'all. That's love. Have you seen these things? Yeah. Jason and I would like to thank you for being here on our big day. We appreciate each and every one of you coming to show us love and support. It means so much to us to have you here, to be here, to witness our love and our declaration of love to each other from now through eternity. And we have put a lot of time and thought into today's event, and we've had a lot of support from our families, and each of you have been supportive in one way or another. So again, thank you for being here. And we can't wait to hug each and every one of you. And time to get this party started.
Drink up, everybody.
Mm-hmm.